What's up everyone, my name is Josh, I'm the director of JCSURGE, and in this video or this series I'm going to be talking to you guys about SEO, teaching you pretty much everything I know about SEO, what I've been doing for clients to help them rank higher in Google, and how you can pretty much do all this on your own, all for free. The only thing I ask is that you leave a like if you enjoy this video, you subscribe for more, and you share, or you just share this with your friends, share this with your other colleagues, with your other business partners, whatever. And I really want to just see if I can give as much value to you guys during this crazy time, because I know a lot of businesses are hurting, and so I'm going to be creating this entirely free course. And again, all I ask is that you support by leaving a like, you just share it with your buddies, whatever you can do to help out. It really means a lot. So without further ado, let's begin. So what is SEO? Now, you've probably heard the term SEO a couple of times here and there. It stands for search engine optimization. So let's just write that down. And basically what that means is you're optimizing your site for a search engine. So there are different search engines like Amazon, Google, YouTube. You could even say something like Facebook is a search engine, because you can search things on there, right? And anything where there is an algorithm that organizes search. That's pretty much all it is. And your goal is to rank highly for various keywords that will get you the most traffic and ultimately the most conversions. By conversions, I mean leads, phone calls, emails, whatever you want to call it, or whatever your goals are. And you got to remember, you're optimizing for a robot and a person. So a robot, obviously, Google at the end of the day is a robot. I know people are saying, hey, robots are becoming people, and they're getting right to know, but at the end of the day, they are robots. They are not they're not, at least not yet, they're not us. So Google is a robot at the end of the day, and you are basically feeding a lot of, I guess you could say, stuff to the robot to make it happy. Now, this is where some marketers clash with SEO specialists, because on the one hand, you want to optimize for a search engine, but if that means that users aren't interested in your content, then it makes no sense to actually build content around that, or to be doing your SEO the way you're doing. So I know a lot of SEO specialists talk about these crazy hacks, like they're just building sites on top of sites, getting backlinks, all this stuff, all this crazy nonsense that sounds too technical for business owners. Now, here's the thing. At the end of the day, Google is going to constantly update its algorithm. As you can see over here, we were ranking our client for emergency AC repair Tucson, and they were the first page of first result for a long time. Then a couple of weeks after that, Google updated their search, so our client actually got kicked down towards the next position. But there's still two, so you can see we're still getting two listings on this page for the key phrase. But like I said, it went down a bit, and that's because Google does that. It's going to shift your results up and down here and there. But as long as you have good content, and you have users actually coming to your site and finding them through whatever it is, whether it's social media, word of mouth, email marketing, SEO, you're good to go. You're okay, because SEO is not your final solution for marketing. It should be a big part of your marketing, because online marketing is huge, but it should not be the only thing you rely on. So keep that in mind, because at the end of the day, you are not getting money from Google, you're getting money from your clients or your customers. So you want to remember that you are optimizing it for a person as well. And what that means is you want to avoid keywords that make no linguistical sense. So for example, emergency HVAC Tucson doesn't make any sense. So, or it makes sense, but it's not entirely like, okay, it sounds like it was just there, to spam for the keyword and to just like keyword stuff. That's what it's called when you just put keywords here and there for the sake of putting it. So instead, what I would do is make something like emergency HVAC service in Tucson. So if someone's looking up photographers near me, you don't want to put photographers near me. Instead, for example, I live in New Hampshire, I would do something like photographers near Manchester, NH, right? Maybe something like affordable photographers near Manchester, NH. This makes a lot more sense. It grabs my attention more because, hey, you put affordable in there. near Manchester instead of near me. So if someone's looking up Manchester, it's going to be recognized there. Again, you want to make sure that you're making sense, because at the end of the day, it is a person that is going to engage with your site, not the robot. Next, you want to have like some kind of target goal in mind. So if you want a user to call you, for example, our HVAC client, we want users to call them. So what do? We put the call button here. Call button here. At the top, when you load in, you see the call button. You know, when you load the site in for the first time, I actually think this goes down to the form, but you see when you go down to the form, call number right there. Number right there. You want to make sure that a user does not have to think about what it is that you want them to do. So some people want to get an email, some people want to get a download, other people want calls. So whatever it is, if it's an email you want, right, then you're going to want people to you're going to want to put your email around here and there, have buttons that just say, hey, email me to get in touch. I know law firms, they like to get some like to get calls and some like to get emails. So decide on what you want and what your goals are, and then create call to action around that. So then the next thing you're going to want to keep in mind is that you can actually optimize for various different things. There's organic optimization, which is something like this, lighting for photography. And I'm going to get to what kind of keywords those are. But you can see this is for information, right? They're ranking organic. And then there's something completely different, photography near me. And now I get a list of all these different photographers. There's also, you know, YouTube SEO. So if I look at YouTube and I look at photography, right? There's all of this stuff on photography. So you want to keep that in mind. And basically decide where you want to be. So if you're a local business owner, you want to be on Google. If you're providing information and content, you're going to want to be ranking in Google search, the organic searches, as well as maybe YouTube. And so you want to kind of get to know what type of search engine optimization you're going to be doing. And then the last thing you're going to want to keep in mind are the different keyword types. So we have buyer intent keywords. So this is something like photographers near me, landscape design, Manchester. That's where I currently live. You know, best language learning books if you're an e-commerce site or if you're providing content. You know, if you want people to take action, best language learning books in 2020. This is going to help you, again, get a lot of people that are already interested in buying onto your site. The next is going to be information intent. So how much do photographers cost? People are obviously interested in photography and they're interested in possibly hiring you. They just want to know the cost. Different types of landscape designs, you know, how to study Spanish, stuff like that. There are people that are requesting more information. And then there's discovery intent. So what do photographers do? What is landscaping? Stuff like that. You want to make sure that you have on your site answers to those questions, but don't expect to rank for those because they're usually very vague, and unless you have a lot of visitors on your site, it's going to be very difficult. So I hope this overview made sense about what SEO is and how you can kind of get started with it. And in the next video, we're going to talk about what platforms to be using for your website to help you rank higher in Google. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, I want to make this as accessible and free for everybody. So if you could just share this with with anybody you know, leave a like, a comment, subscribe for more information, and I'm more than happy to give it to you. Take care.